Hello everyone, it's Gojira Prime with another Transformers video, and today I want to spend just a little time talking about Rise of the Beasts. Now the trailer, or the teaser trailer for this, dropped last week. I've watched it a few times now. And for the most part, I liked what I saw. I do still have some concerns in regard to this film, but they are the same concerns that I have with most things coming out of Hollywood these days, in regard to what content the films have, in regard to racial, political, or gender ideology. And I am hoping that this film will not be affected by those in any way, shape, or form. I am hoping that this film will be 2 hours of fun, where I can sit in the cinema, turn my brain off, sit back, and enjoy the ride. Because I have seen far too many things I enjoy over the last 5-6 years basically be ruined by studios and companies pushing an ideology that is not needed or wanted by the vast majority of fans of a franchise. And that's all I'm going to say on that, because I can guarantee you over the next few months we'll have the actors and we'll have the directors putting their foot in their mouths in regard to those sorts of things. And it will turn a lot of people off and they will walk away from the film, and some people won't care. So I myself am hoping that this will just be 2 hours of fun that's not filled with ideological crap that has already spoiled or divided a lot of franchises. On that note, in regard to the trailer, I did like what I saw. Granted, it was only a teaser trailer, but I liked what I saw in the trailer. I liked the Mirage that we are having in this show, the Porsche. I know I was a little confused by why they were doing Mirage as a Porsche, and then you can see in the trailer why he has the name Mirage. I liked some of the comedy aspects that were in this trailer as well, in regard to how the humans interact with the Autobots. In the trailer, the policeman shouts over to the guy, "Pull over," and the guy in the car says, "I'm not the one driving." I thought that was quite funny. I thought the end bit with the trailer, with the little girl, who I'm guessing is Noah from what I'm reading in here. No, maybe Reek. These are all, but they're read out still, so there aren't any character profiles yet. The bit where she's like sitting and rocking back and forth going, "This isn't happening, this isn't happening, this isn't real," and then she turns and sees RC who waves at her, and then she goes, "Okay, this is real, this is happening." I thought that was quite funny as well. We don't really see much in the way of the design of the Terracons. They're shown very briefly. I think Battletrap was shown quite heavily. Scourge, not so much. The two bots we did see a lot of in this show was Primal, and Prime. In regard to the designs for the Maximals, unlike their original Beast Wars counterparts, who were much smaller than the original Generation 1 Autobots, these Maximals are like their Netflix counterparts. They are actually in scale with the Autobots. So, Primal stands eye to eye with Optimus Prime in robot mode. He's a giant ape, by the way. We saw a lot of Optimus Primal. I liked the design for Primal. They don't have any biomechanical aspects to them. They are purely metallic, unlike the original Beast Wars show. And the biomechanicalness in Beast Wars was explained away as part of the story. Here, they don't have to have that element. So we saw a lot of Optimus Primal. We even saw his robot mode at the very end in the very big combat sequence that there was. I liked it. It was very heavily influenced by his original Beast Wars version. But he had a full faceplate. Now, whether or not he has a humanoid face in his robot mode, I don't know. It didn't show that, but he did have a metal faceplate, like Prime does. That may just be a combat mask at the end of the day, but it did show him with his twin swords, which was nice. I like that. We also saw Airazor a little bit too, breathing fire. But we didn't see her robot mode. We'll probably see that in another trailer. We also saw very, very briefly Rhinox. And we also had a couple of good shots of Cheetor. Now, Cheetor was shown running alongside Bumblebee in his off-road mode. And then we very briefly saw him in his robot mode. But not the front half, only the back half. His back, from behind. Optimus Prime has had a few updates in his design, I think. I liked the Bumblebee version of Prime in his robot mode. I thought there was, a good update from what we'd had in previous movies. I definitely think the design of Prime and Bumblebee was far better than what we had in films 4 and 5. I think it was probably the better upgrade from the original 3 films. But obviously, Bumblebee and Rise of the Beasts now, I think, have been confirmed as being as a separate continuity from the original Bayverse films, which I think is a really good thing at the end of the day. So Prime looked good in vehicle mode, robot mode. Bumblebee's Bumblebee. So they've gone with the Camaro now. The original Camaro that was seen in the 2000 film, and at the end of Bumblebee itself. I have no problem with that design, I suppose, at the end of the day. We saw Mirage in a little bit in robot mode and a lot in vehicle mode. And why he has the name Mirage has now been explained by the trailer. He basically is able to create holographic illusions of himself, which is something Hound from G1 was able to do. But he looks all right in vehicle mode, and couldn't really see much in robot mode, but he seems to be a smaller bot than the others. RC, we didn't see her vehicle mode in this trailer, but the robot mode looks really, really good. I quite liked it. It is an update from Bumblebee. It's more defined, I would say, in appearance. And then we saw Wheeljack. Now, I know there's been a bit of controversy about Wheeljack recently because of how he looks in vehicle mode and robot mode, because they've released some images of the toy. I have to admit, Wheeljack is the biggest departure from what he looked like in Bumblebee, because in Bumblebee he looked very much like his G1 counterpart, and also his Align Continuity version, and Cyberverse, and Earthspark. They all had that same aesthetic that we're all used to pretty much with Wheeljack, which leads me to speculate that that's probably why they have gone down this slightly different route in his appearance. I'm not a fan of it myself. I'd be interested to see if there is a reason that explains why he does look so different. But time will tell. Now, it does also say that Stratosphere is in this as well. Didn't see him, as far as I am aware, in this trailer, but he may pop up in another trailer further down the road. But yeah, we didn't really see much of the Terracons. I don't recall seeing Nightbird in the trailer. We do briefly see Scourge in vehicle and robot mode, but I think the star Terracon for the trailer was probably Battletrap. He was very much front and center, and then we just got a little bit of the humans thrown in for good measure. So I liked the trailer. I liked what I saw. There's not a lot given away in regards to what the story element is. One thing I will say though, and I was a bit surprised by this, is one thing I did think was they were going to show in this trailer. This may still happen, they just may not have shown it. Obviously, this is Transformers Rise of the Beasts, and we're putting the Maximals and the Autobots in the same room together. I initially thought they were going to go down the route of having Optimus Prime versus Optimus Primal. Because in every film where they have brought two heroes together, Captain America Civil War, Batman versus Superman, Godzilla versus Kong, the heroes have gone toe-to-toe, believing that they are enemies, only then to realize that there is a greater threat that they need to join forces against in order to survive. That doesn't seem to be indicated is going to happen in this teaser trailer. It may be that that does happen, they're just not showing it. You can obviously see in the trailer when Prime meets Primal for the first time, weapons are drawn, but it doesn't seem to indicate that they fight each other. So maybe that might get brought in at a later date. I don't know. I still think it would be cool to have that happen, because Prime, at least in the live action continuity, isn't as trusting as other versions of him have been over the years. So yeah, I would like to see a bit of Primal versus Prime action, but I don't know if we're going to get that. So trailer was nice, didn't give much away. It acted more as a showpiece to, I think, reignite interest, because this film's been pushed back and delayed so much, like with a lot of other things because of COVID and other stuff. I do have my concerns, but again, that's more based on Hollywood's reputation for throwing stuff in there which doesn't need to be in there in regard to activism. I really do hope this will be a 2-hour turn your brain off, sit back and enjoy the ride and have some fun film. But you know, Hollywood being Hollywood does tend to throw this stuff in there. It might be very subtly and not spoil the film, or it could be full on and just ruin it. I'm hoping it's the former, not the latter. So yeah, I'm interested in Rise of the Beasts. It's coming out in June, June 9th, actually. I'm looking for, I want to see more. I'm curious. I want to see more. So, have you seen the trailer? Did you enjoy it? Did you hate it? Do you have concerns in regard to story, character development, looks, design? Let me know. I'd be interested to hear. So thank you very much for taking the time to watch this video, and have a very nice day.